You're now tuned in to Two Studs in a Pod with your hosts Blaze and Meech, a podcast with a novel perspective on life from a couple of super terrific Uber dykes, but you can call us studs. Now let's get to it. Meech, drop that beat. Welcome back, peeps. You already know it's me, Blaze.
And me, Meech.
And we're a duo of everyday studs here to permeate your vibe with knowledge and nonsense of the stud kind, one episode at a time. What they do, homie?
Hey, everything is crisp and cool. It was a nice day today, so I'm in a summertime mood. I was driving to work. I had to go into the office, and I was listening to like an old playlist, and like Plies Becky came on, like
Okay.
Trick Daddy Can't Fuck with the South, and I'm like, it was taking me back to like when we used to just be out for no reason, 7 days a week, randomly on like a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Be out there partying, like we had shit to do the next day, man. And then I'm listening to the songs though, and I'm just like, these are great songs for the club, but what the fuck am I listening to? I'm in the car like, give me that Becky, and like people looking at me like, what is happening?
It's like, what am I really even saying right now?
Like, what is one of his songs? I ain't got no money.
Oh, yeah.
I got a lot of money or whatever.
I got plenty money.
Plenty money. There you go. And I'm like, what the fuck is Plies rapping about? But when that shit used to come on in the club, and you like 5 drinks in and a couple of bloods to the face, that is like, that shit was hitting.
Even if you don't have plenty money.
Exactly. I'm in the club with my $5 left. Like
limited funds.
Money.
I'm balling on a budget. I here talking about I got plenty of money.
Good times. And then what's the Young Money song? Bedrock, like all that shit just had me like in a vibe, like thinking about back when I first got out there and we used to club all the time. Like even before I met you, I was clubbing a lot. And then, I met you. Thank God, because I was clubbing by myself, yo. I remember being in Cloud 9 by myself, like from New York. Didn't know nobody, but like I knew that was the spot where I could go, hear my Plies, hear my Young Money. You know what I mean? Hear my shit. I started rocking with Trick. Like I heard Trick before, but I didn't like appreciate Trick until I moved, and Trick and Trina until I moved to the city. Like how when the songs come on and everybody gets like live.
You know
like,
why? You know why? Because we've been listening to that since we were little kids, like since we were young. You know what I'm saying? When you said what you said, it made me think about this thing that I saw on maybe Facebook or something. It was like, what was some music that you listened to when you were a kid that you probably shouldn't have, right?
Yeah.
And people who know me, they're like, why am I so wild? But bro, I'm from Miami, like.
Right.
Like, we grew up on Tricky and Trina. We grew up 2 Live Crew, bruh. 2 Live Crew, okay? Doodoo Brown, pop that. Like, we were listening to Doodoo Brown at our 5th grade prom.
Oh my God. Yo. It makes so much sense now why Miami is the way it is, bruh. It's just crazy.
Like, this is not nothing. Like, think about the reason why you have that parental advisory sticker on your CD is because of somebody from Miami, okay?
Yeah, from Uncle Luke, man. That's crazy. That shit is crazy though. To think about it though, like that y'all was listening to that when y'all were little, and I'm like hearing it for the first time. Not for the first time. Well, some of it, shit, for the
man
first
said,
time.
"Pop that pussy, Doodoo Brown."
and I'm sitting here analyzing the song, like, what is he talking about?
And we didn't even know what he was talking about. Like there's so many songs when I think about from back then, like stuff that you shouldn't have listened to, like Boyz II Men, I'll Make Love to You, or Silk, Meeting in My Bedroom.
Yeah, singing your little heart out at like 7 years old.
Every single word, like I knew what making love even meant, even love period, beyond my mom and dad. You know
what I'm saying?
Oh man. and rapping about drugs and shit. Obviously, I do it a lot now, but I know
Yeah.
about drugs now. But when I was
Know
rapping
about
about
drugs now.
when I was rapping about drugs and shit, then like I didn't
Yeah.
know what the feeling was like serving fiends on the court. You
Yeah.
know, like
What are you talking about, child? Sit down somewhere.
what's an 8 ball? You talking about that thing on the pool
Yo,
table?
yo, that's wild. An 8 ball. I had no idea what it was, and I remember having that conversation with my cousin, and she was like, "Yeah, no, that's not what it is. No, you
Yeah.
shouldn't sing that." I remember rapping Little Kim and
Hardcore.
saying, "Yeah, hardcore," and my sister was like, "Do you know like what that means?" And I was like, "No," and she was like, "Yeah, that means oral sex. I don't think you should say that." I think I was like
Uh,
walking around the house like, "Give me some head, give me some
oh,
head," or something. Bruh. And I was like old enough to I probably should have known, but yeah, I was sheltered compared to these kids. They be knowing what
yeah,
that shit means. They're like 10,
for real.
maybe
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 9, 6.
yeah.
Yeah. That and I remember I had gotten the Bone Thugs and Harmony
No.
East 1999 and and like that thing opens up and he's like ha 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 motherfuckers da 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 da. Right? So I had just convinced my mom to buy me the CD. That's back when you had to go buy CDs in a store,
Yeah.
right? Like, oh my god. So, because we would have family dinner at this restaurant, and right next to the restaurant was the music store. So I used to like eat
Mm.
mad fast and be like, "Oh, can I go over to the music store?" And
Yeah.
that's when I would find like all my hip hop shit. So I convinced her to get the Bone Thugs and Harmony. So one day I had my shit in my room, and she was like, "Let me hear that." Let me hear that CD you got in there. I was
Uh-huh.
like, no, no, I'll change it to this Michael Bolton or Donna Summer or some shit over here.
Yeah. She's like, "Nah, I want to hear that."
Nah, 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 hit play. Oh, that was ha ha
Oh.
ha, motherfuckers. I was like, much like when I had Jodeci, the show, the after party, the hotel, whatever, some
Mm-hmm.
shit like that, and freaking you. That's when like that
Mm.
whole thing was just about
Yeah.
what Jodeci is about. You know what I'm saying? And that whole shit was in there. Yeah. hmm That
Good
was my.
times. Good times.
Ah. Also singing Mister Mister with my little sister from the Fugees, not knowing
Oh.
exactly what kind of crackhead situation he was talking about. Yes,
doing the
man.
doing the intros and the skits too on them tapes, man.
Oh yeah.
Tapes, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, like dude with the I cannot get fried chicken from a Chinese restaurant and not think about cut that little thing off. That little piece, that little piece. Oh, you want beef? No, no, no,
No,
no, no.
no.
Yeah, yeah. You can tell us to '90s hip hop a lot. We're mad Fuji's,
Yeah.
okay, all the time. Yeah, bro.
Take me back.
Yo, for real. Gotta love it though. That was those good old days of music.
Hmm. We sound like dinosaurs.
Well, shit. Nowadays, like the parents listen to what the kids listening to.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like my homeboys, they're real like old school hip hop heads. So they're
Hmm.
not really like listening to what we would listen to. Like they don't listen to Corday, Uzi. Like they don't even know those
Hmm.
names like that. So I guess that's what the whole Space Jam 2 soundtrack is. So my one
Oh.
homeboy was complaining about it. He's like, "Who is this on this soundtrack, bro?" So I looked at the track list and I was like, "Well, if you
Uh,
listen to today's music, these artists, that's a pretty
hmm.
goddamn good lineup
Yeah.
they got going on there." So I'm
So
intrigued.
we're not as old as I think we are.
I think ironically, not having kids
Mm.
and being
Yeah.
studs is what keeps us young.
Yeah. That's a
Yes,
fact.
definitely the being studs part.
I saw all the signs, all the events, like best of the best. They be promoting that shit like in New York. I was like, damn, best of the best in Miami, but the Caribbean, so especially
Yes.
where I'm at. I'm ready to be outside, but then when I got to work, there were a bunch of anti-maskers, and like they were talking about how like the new variant is going up, and I was like, I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm ready for all that yet. Like when I did go out, when we did go to Philly and stuff like that, I felt a little comfortable, but the crowds weren't crazy like that. Like to be at a best of the best event. You know
You
what I
know,
mean? Like,
you saying best of the best, and you know what you made me think about. I don't was it you that I was stuck in traffic with downtown Miami, or maybe it was somebody else. But I went down there one time, and it was like a convergence of events. It was like a gay event, and best of the
yeah.
best, and
And then it
like
was like,
ultra or some shit
yeah,
like that, and like
yeah,
all that traffic was like right there.
a mess.
Yes, a hot fucking mess. Like, oh my god. So and then you had that juice music coming on over there.
The reggae
Reggae
music.
shit coming from the other side, and a
Yeah.
mixture of people. Like, oh my god, it was
And then the
crazy.
gays, yeah.
Yes,
It
because
was
I think the gays was a white party. So then you just seen
oh
all
yeah.
these like people like
the
in white.
the Aqua Girl joint.
Yes. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, my
But
bad.
yeah.
You said best of the best of crowds like that shit. That's
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like crowds. I'm not ready for crowds. I gotta be high as fuck. But speaking of crowds, we went to WNBA game last Saturday, I think it was. Um, so the Liberty play Connecticut.
okay.
Yeah. I mean, the Liberty, we're down a couple of our big girls, so we lost pretty bad, but it was dope. It's fun to go to the games because it's not super crowded.
That sounds funny to say, right? Like crazy to say. Like when you're talking about men in basketball, and you say, "Well, yeah, or
Yeah.
big guys," like you don't think like that's offensive, right? But when you
Yeah.
say we're down a couple of big girls, it's like, well, damn.
I mean, like big. Watch out for the big girls. Watch out for the big girls. I meant tall.
I mean, I know what you meant basketball wise. It just sounds like
Yeah,
it just sounds
sounds.
offensive when you talk about women like that, like the big girls.
Yeah, but yeah, it was fun. Like I was uh, we got lit because it was like an afternoon game,
Oh
and I
yeah.
this I
Okay.
ordered doubles, so
Oh
I
yeah.
got some doubles. So I was lit, but like before halftime, and I was talking mad shit. There was like someone across the court that was yelling. We could like hear what she was saying, like if we were sitting right next to her. So I was entertaining the bullshit. Um, it's fun. I don't know. I just have a lot of fun when I go to the games, and then if anybody has a Peloton, Jess Sims is like the official announcer for the WNBA games. So like she's one of the Peloton trainers. So I thought that was pretty cool because I was like hearing her voice and I was like, damn, that voice sounds mad familiar. I feel like I should be running right now.
Yeah.
And then I realized like she got that job. So that was fun. We hung out around Brooklyn. Things are starting to pick up more, but it's still not as crowded. Speaking of, like the crowds and shit. So I'm comfortable being out a little bit.
Living life. We celebrated White Fee's promotion.
Oh
Had a little
yeah.
surprise. Yeah, we tried to surprise her. We tried to surprise her, but she's so nosy, bro. So it's hard. It's hard. So I like went and slipped off and went and got like a cake and some balloons and crab legs. And she
Oh.
knew I was getting the crab legs and shit. But I asked her daughter to like help me.
Mhm.
Right when we trying to convince her to go outside and so we can set up the balloons and shit, here she comes turning around like pretending like she's interested in the mail and shit. And I'm like, come on, yo, like really? Like just as her daughter was sneaking around the corner with the balloons and the cake. So we're
Right.
like, fucking surprise, okay?
Yeah.
Like what the hell? So whatever. But it was good though. We watched Black Widow. That was
Oh,
pretty
okay.
yeah, that
I'm
was
gonna go
pretty
see
good.
that this weekend.
Yeah. So um that's that's pretty much it, just enjoying life, making plans. We finally made some travel plans for the
Nice.
future. So now I got to get my sexy back.
Okay.
So, so I could be out there on the boat doing things when that time comes, and you know just enjoying all the basketball that's going on right
Yes.
now.
Yes.
I had the women's All Star game for the
Yes.
WNBA, Olympic basketball, the
The
finals.
WNBA team was I felt like there was a lot of chips on a lot of shoulders.
Yeah,
They put a
yeah.
hurting on the team, not a hurting, but they
Uh,
weren't going easy on Team USA at all.
Enrique boy, not a joke. Okay, she should have been on the
Mm-mm.
other side, but hey, it is what it
Facts.
is. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of WNBA, definitely want to give a big shout out to Candace Parker
Beep, 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 beep.
for being the first WNBA player on the cover.
Let's
Uh,
go.
it's 2K,
Yeah, it's 2K.
and I don't know how many people are a fan of 2K, but that's a game that I may just buy the game just because. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like just because off the strength. And it's just funny watching her interact with the younger generation because she is not the younger generation. So
Yeah,
I feel
no.
like she is me looking at them like I'm not about to be dancing for the ticky tock. Okay. uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's dope to see her though getting her shot. I mean, she's been balling for a long time.
Yeah, for a
Okay,
while.
so and she's still out there doing her thing. Um, so another thing that I noticed is certain trends going around that are disturbing.
Yeah.
Yes, the first thing was introduced by our homie Miller,
Oh.
where she put us on to the masked women wearing bikinis.
Yeah.
And as if that wasn't odd enough,
Yeah. No me gusta.
then, then she sent us the studs in bikinis.
Yes.
And I feel like I don't know what she's trying to get us to say. Or, we're like, oh my God, she's fine. It's one thing to be naked, but I'm not looking at you all the time naked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We eventually get to that part.
Right.
Clothes, the clothes, like how you carry yourself and all that. But there was this one chick that she showed me that, of course, she looks good with her clothes off.
Right.
But when she had her clothes on, I was like, I feel like that's a setup. She's not really a stud. She's just wearing
Mm.
mass
Ma-
clothes to look like it,
yeah.
look like a stud. So then when she takes her clothes off, now it's like, oh my God, if the stud looks
Yeah.
at her, now she's like, now I did see one that she sent us where they were obviously a stud when they had the bikini on.
Mm.
I was a bit disturbed. I cannot lie.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it's just something about the whole everything. I don't know. Did you see it?
I don't think I saw that one. I saw a couple that she sent us, but I was just I don't know. I mean, I don't know what your angle is here, Miller.
For real, like what are you trying to do to us? You
Yeah.
trying to turn a stud for stud or something? Like what's going
Yeah.
on?
That won't happen. But or maybe she's trying to get us to wear bikinis.
Oh my God! Oh,
Yeah, no. I mean, to each their own, but I'm just not doing anything for social media. Like I'm not gonna throw on like if it's not in me to wear bikinis, I'm not gonna put a bikini on for a TikTok video because it's trending. Like that's just not me. Why
right.
would I do
Well,
that? You
I
know?
just, but I don't think that. I think some studs actually do wear bikinis. I think that
Yeah.
is a thing. Like I don't think that all of them are just doing it for TikTok. I think it's just like now everybody's seeing it on TikTok, but
Mm,
um, I think that some do. I just am not one of those ones
mm,
that do
mm,
or ever would.
mm,
Like I wouldn't even wear like a one suit, a one piece or whatever the hell.
yeah.
Like I can't even remember. I can remember the last time I wore one piece, and I was in summer camp. Okay, that's how
Mm.
long ago it was. It was. Okay.
No, I've worn them because like when I was figuring life out, I was like, what the fuck do I wear to the beach? And like, I'm not just gonna like for me, I wasn't just gonna wear a sports bra because that doesn't work well. I feel like in the water, so I would wear like the one piece with like swim trunks and like a dry fit shirt over it or something
Okay,
like
I can
that.
see that. I can see that,
Yeah,
but I mean, I've just been me so long that
yeah,
swim trunks and a swimmy shirt. Obviously, I'm wearing a sports bra underneath. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because can't have the girls out there slinging
Yeah.
around. They need to be, firm. You never know. I might have to go swimming away from a shark or some shit. This
Right.
is Florida, so the girls have to be in place. But that's my outfit. A swimmy shirt. Like now I'll wear a tank, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like a tank, but it's the same difference. So definitely never been the bikini type of person.
No, no,
So
no.
or even like the swimsuit. So not for me. Um there's
What are the trends?
another weird thing along
Well,
those lines is femmes like desperately wanting to strap up studs. Where
ah,
did this come from?
I don't, I don't know. You know, I think wifey and I maybe saw something like that,
I
and
thought you
then
was about
she
to say
was
y'all talked about doing some shit.
no, and she was just like, I think we need to reevaluate our relationship. If you ever said you wanted me to strap you, and I was like, I think we would need to also because that's just not. I don't know. I was. I guess I would say I was glad to know that's not a fantasy of hers, so I don't have to like cover up tightly when I'm
Check.
sleeping. You know. But I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know. It's gotta I feel I'm just gonna blame Generation Y.
There's a lot of whys in that generation. It's like,
Yes.
why, bro? Why? Yes, that's. I'm not gonna say it's disturbing. I mean, I guess we're both women, but it's. I just don't. Why? Like, why? why are
Uh-huh.
we? Why are we taking it that far?
Right.
That's a bit far.
It's a
That's
bit
too
far,
much.
but then I feel like, well, I don't know, because the studs are probably gonna get mad at me for it. But then I just kind of feel like, I don't know. Are you really? Never mind. I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna piss people off. Because I'm gonna say, "Are you really a stud?" But then you know, who are you? Who are we to tell studs what they can and can't do in the bedroom, right?
Right.
But femmes, I don't know. I think it's a control thing.
You know what? That makes sense because they do like to try to be
Yeah,
in control all the time.
yeah.
That
It's a
is for
great
sure.
feeling to have that kind of
Oh, I thought she was about to
to have that kind of
wrap it
like
up. To like
to
be doing that. It's a great feeling to be doing that. So I can understand why they would want to try
I'm gonna blame Sam J for that episode
it.
where she had the girls wearing the straps. They're like, I just feel so powerful. I think that's what it is. If you guys haven't seen that episode, you should watch it. Then you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's power in the strap, but
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to have like the key and the stud, the masculinity is the key. And speaking of disturbing trends in masculinity
Mm-hmm.
on social media, is the amount of growing number of dudes with skits on TikTok and IG about having crushes on studs and like liking studs and
Oh,
being with
really?
studs. Yes, it's I'm like, where are these guys coming
You
from? First of all,
know, I don't know. That's, but you know, it's not surprising because I used to get hit on a lot by guys, even though I feel like I look like a stud.
I'm like, I must really give that much sir out there in this world because that does not happen to me at all. It's so shocking and just weird to me that that even happens. Like, why
Yeah.
would you see a woman or a person who's dressed in the same clothes you would, but
Yeah.
better, and
Yes, but better. I like that.
and then hit on them? Is it because I mean I just don't understand, especially knowing what we know now. It is freaking 2021. Everybody got social
Mm-hmm.
media. Like
Mm-hmm.
we know we're out here. Y'all know we out here. You holding on to your girl tighter because we out here.
Exactly.
and, and here you go trying to hit on us. I don't
Yeah.
understand. I don't get it. But I will say that when I was on what's the porn site? Pornhub one time looking for a video
What?
that I did come
Wait.
that I did find a a few videos that had
Mm.
dudes with studs and like that's what it
Oh,
said. He's
really?
like smutting his stud out.
Oh wow.
I was like, oh my, oh my, oh my, this is
That's
what?
yeah.
And the person was obviously a stud. Like, I don't feel like they were like that
Uh,
first chick with the bikini that was obviously a girl that was dressing like a stud.
mm-hmm.
These people were like giving me
Yeah, I told you.
masculinity.
And this is probably the reason why femmes want to strap up studs, because studs be getting mudded out by straight guys. No, thank you.
Ah, oh man. Oh, I don't know if you've seen this, but like, there's also something else going on around or going around. Sorry, that dating within your financial range.
Mm, no, I haven't seen it.
Like, I don't know. Do you think that's important or not? Range, and what is what kind of range are we
Yeah.
talking about? Because I'm thinking about Nikki and myself, and I'm like, that's a range.
I think um I think it's a conversation that should be had, but I don't think it's a reason to like knock somebody off your list. People go through things, you know what I mean? Like you never know when you could be down, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
true. Very true.
I mean it helps obviously. Like, I don't want
Yeah,
to date somebody who's doesn't want to work, but if somebody's working and they're doing the best they can, like I'll be supportive, and we might not be able to go on as many trips as we thought we could.
maybe doing
Cause
more staycations than vacations.
yeah, exactly. But
Well, there's nothing wrong with a good staycation. Okay,
mm-mm.
it's definitely the cheaper way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've dated people who were there was a range before, and
Mm-hmm.
I was on the high side of the range, and I picked up slack here or there. Eventually, sometimes it does become grating on you, like depending on
Yeah.
the full situation. But uh, you know, you can make it work if you make it work.
If you want it to work, you'll make it work, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
because I've dated people who have been making less, not in my financial range, I guess would be the proper way to say it. But I think, and then I also think it depends on what kind of baggage they come with too, right? Because I dated someone who was not in my financial range and had a lot of baggage and wasn't trying to get out of her financial range. So I'm like, so you expect me to pick up the slack and like
And
where's
grow
your
at the same time.
yeah,
Yeah.
where's your motivation to do better for yourself and want better, so that we can build together, and that's why that relationship didn't last.
Speaking
But
of relationships not lasting, have you seen The Shy?
no,
Are you? Oh my god.
no, I'm waiting.
Oh,
I'm
I was
gonna
gonna
binge
say,
it.
well, I got a spoiler alert for you. Spoiler alert. So,
Cool.
are you ready for the spoiler
Yeah,
alert or
yeah,
what?
don't mind spoiler alerts. I'm still gonna watch it.
So the Brat is in
Mhm.
this season, right?
Mhm.
So she sleeps with the one chick, right?
Mhm.
And because the chick thinks that her chick is cheating on her. I forgot what
Mhm.
their names are, but the mom and the stud. So the mom thinks that the stud is cheating on her, which the stud is not. But
Mhm.
it's just still kind of like but it's giving vibes. So I can
Okay.
kind of see where the mom's coming from, but anyway, she took it too far. So now she has to explain that she has taken it too far. And I'm going to tell you that the reaction that the stud had is definitely not to the reaction I would have had. Okay,
Uh
I would have
oh.
been. Also, I'm an Aries, so but there would have been a lot
Oh,
more
fire.
fire. Yes. Okay. Okay. Oh, girl, it's like why? And I'm like, I would have been like,
So
bitch,
she was
what
all
the
sad.
fuck? Yes. And she's all like, why? No.
Oh my god. Wait. So Brett is playing the stud.
No, Brat is playing the person, the other person.
Oh,
Yeah,
still, I don't know. I probably would have played that role a lot different.
I definitely
Uh,
would have played that. Like, I'm
yeah,
not gonna, like, what? Why? Why? Like, no. What do you mean? What the fuck are you talking about?
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I, I don't know. I don't know. That wouldn't have been my reaction at all.
Yeah.
I don't
If
even
that.
think that would have been her true reaction, like as a real person, like the stud that she is in real life. I don't think that that would
Hmm.
have been her real reaction. I don't
I
think
wonder if
it's
it was
anybody's reaction.
written that way.
I don't know, but that definitely is not.
Nah.
It's not my reaction, and I don't know, just the whole cheating situation. I think they could. I think that that was just a crazy way. I'm mad at the Brett. Only seems she's gonna be on there for that one time. So
Uh,
what the fuck going on there? But that cheating situation and the way that she reacted, that's definitely not the way that I would react to something like that. That's not the way that I have reacted to situations. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
yeah, that was a little. That was that was nah, no bueno. Um, mm.
Let's talk about ways that you have reacted to cheating situations.
I mean, so I think I told you about that one time when I caught homegirl cheating, right? And I found her cheating at work.
Oh yeah,
So I packed up all my shit and I
yeah.
left and I banged it. And then this other time, this other time, I um I left the chick
Hmm.
in South Miami
Oh
by
damn.
by La Boulevard. Did you ever go to La Boulevard?
Uh.
Boulevard have bully is what we used to call it. It used to be all you could drink, ladies free,
Oh
and it was
okay.
like a Friday or a Saturday. But I lived way in Broward, and this shit was way in Dade,
Mm.
and it was me and all her homegirls. It was her mom, her sister was in the car. All this, we go down there, and little do I know, the mom, the sister, and her are start doing coke in the bathroom.
Oh no.
So of course, like I was the designated driver because it was my car that we were driving,
Hmm.
and um, so yeah, they doing coke in the bathroom. So they bump into some like dudes that they knew they went to high school with there.
Hmm.
It was a Spanish spot.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't even know none of the music that was that was going on. Like every once in a while, they would play like an American hip hop song that like everybody knows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but I could drink for free. So
Hmm.
after I convinced them that I was a girl,
Hmm.
I could get the drink. So yeah, so we down there or whatever, and the coke shit happens, and then they start getting like really extra friendly with the dudes, and so we're
Mm.
there on the dance floor, and to be honest with you, I don't know if she really did anything with Buddy, but her mom said something to me slick like
Oh.
about Buddy.
Hmm.
So then it was time to leave or whatever. Me and her start having words in the whip. Mind you, in the whip is her sister. It's me driving her mom, her sister, her mom's friend,
Mm.
right? And her mom say something slick, had said something slick, so now I'm all like, whatever, like I'm already like hyped
Yeah.
and shit. And then she get in the car, we start having words or whatever. So she gets out of the car. I
Hmm.
was like, you can get out then. I was like, we're in the hood, okay? Like
Damn.
we like edges of Liberty City over town, like
Oh.
higher lit, like in the
Okay.
hood, okay?
Yeah.
In the hood. So she gets out the car, and I lived by Sawgrass at the time, Sawgrass Mall.
Hmm.
I was way in the hood. So basically, imagine being by AAA, right?
Hmm.
And living in Sawgrass. That's like kind of
Oh
like
yeah.
where I was. So anyway, she gets out the car, I'm like, well, you can get out there. So her sister's like, well, I'm not just gonna let her stay out there. So I was
Well,
like,
you
all
get
right.
out too.
She did. She got out too. Her mom is in the car. You hear me? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Her mom and her mom's friend. I turn around. I leave
Oh shit.
with her mom and her mom. Her mom don't even say like turn around or
You better
nothing.
not leave my child. Nothing.
Her
Damn.
mom is like her mom let me drive her all the way home and drop her off.
Shit.
Yeah. I would have been like, yo, that was my kid. You are turning around.
For real.
You're leaving these two girls by
Right.
themselves in
In the
the middle of
hood.
this fucking hood.
Oh
Man.
man.
And I
Her mama
definitely
didn't love
did.
her.
I definitely did. I went right home and went right to sleep.
Uh-uh.
But I
Damn.
knew they were crazy and Puerto Rican, so I locked the door
Oh
and
yeah.
grabbed a
They
bat.
probably had a couple of knives on them.
Nah, they definitely didn't. But they made it home
Uh
somehow, some way. They made it home. The next morning I was like, are these people gonna stab me or what? And on that note, we're going to end the show here. Follow us at Two Studs in a Pod on everything social. You can also find our individual pages on Instagram. For Meech, it's at the homie Meech, and for me, it's at it's.me.blaze. And on Twitter, it's at homie Meech and at it's me blaze too. Don't forget to check out our site, twostudsinapod.com, where you can find our latest episodes and more. For our voyeur peeps, visit our YouTube channel for our animated podcast. You can catch us on podcast platforms everywhere, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher. And gratitude is always an attitude, so we want to say thank you for lending us your ear.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye-bye. Ta-ta, bitches.
We got our fence fixed.